Bring back the gaggle. Perry Bacon Jr., David Drucker, and Jackie Kucinich. Ashley Judd, a made-for-cable television Senate candidate, if there ever was one in the 21st century. Let's be real.
Right.
Okay, actress, Tennessee resident, Perry. Perry, you're a Kentucky resident, or former Kentucky.
Used to be, right.
Former Kentucky resident. You know the state. What's been interesting about the Ashley Judd candidacy is it's now got a life of its own. Nobody in D.C. is really recruiting her. Nobody in the state of Kentucky outside of John Yarmouth, the congressman from Louisville, is recruiting her. There's suddenly now a weird panic I've noticed among some Democrats going, uh-oh. She could define the class, define Democrats in Kentucky as too liberal, define Democrats. This is something that's got some Democrats nervous.
It does. I can tell you I've been called from Democrats in Kentucky myself who told me I'm not sure that she's the right candidate. She just may be too liberal for the state. The counter-argument that John Yarmouth gives is she's kind of can be an Elizabeth Warren-style figure, someone who raises a lot of money, has a big profile. The people who don't like Ashley Judd say Kentucky is not Massachusetts, and she's just too liberal for the state.
And you know, the thing, David, with Mitch McConnell is that with Ashley Judd, while she could raise a ton of money, she will double the amount of money Mitch McConnell can raise.
Yeah.
If Mitch McConnell thought he was going to raise $30 million for a Senate seat, he can now, if Ashley Judd is there, he can now count on raising $60.
I know. Look, I'm not convinced that Ashley Judd isn't a Mitch McConnell plant.
You're right. Yeah,
the problem is that Ashley Judd is a Hollywood, Tennessee liberal in a state that elects Democrats, but they are conservative-minded Democrats, and this is not the kind of person to take out McConnell. What I'd say is that this is
especially someone like McConnell.
Well, and this is what usually happens when you can't find somebody, so you go celebrity. I've seen Republicans do this numerous times in Democratic-leaning states. Oh, we got a big self-funder.
Right.
He's got a big name.
Name ID. Name ID will not come here
and Jackie,
at all.
that's what's so odd is that the Democratic bench in Kentucky is about as healthy as it is in any state.
Right.
They've got a Democratic governor, they've got a Democratic Secretary of State who is open to running for this seat. I've been told by people very familiar with their thinking. So there's Ben Chandler, who's now an ex-member of Congress, who's run statewide before himself, held lower statewide office. There are plenty of candidates on the bench, so it's not like they absolutely are desperate for a candidate.
I think you just heard what's going on with the Kentucky Democratic Party and the DSCC. They're like, we have all these other people.
Right.
We can't get this woman. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because the NRSC has dealt with this several cycles.
Right.
They've had candidates where they're like, please don't run.
Right, but they can't say it. That's the other thing.
They can't say it.
She's
very popular there. She's a popular person. The president, people know her in Washington. And she's also just frozen the field right now because no one wants to run against her. Even if you are a popular Kentucky Democrat, you want to face a celebrity
you're not going to win a primary.
On television every day. Yes, exactly. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, shameless plugs. David, I hope you use it. Plug your new blog.
It's Goppers or GOPers. Focuses on the House.
2 Ps.
House Republicans in general, come early and often.
Gopstoppers.
I'm going to go with the Washington Animal Rescue League. Great shelter here in the city. Nice. We got our dog there. I'm a big fan of them. Check them out.
I'm all for shelter dogs. Good for you.
And March Madness is starting soon, so University of Louisville, go Cards.
Wow.
Year, I think.
So you're on the Louisville side of things.
Yeah, I'm on the Louisville side.
So maybe this is where you're anti-Ashley Judd. This is what we're finding. That's it for this edition of the Daily Rundown. Tomorrow on the show, L.A. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa joins our gaggle. We'll talk about one of the contenders trying to succeed him, Eric Garcetti. We're going to talk to him, too. Coming up next, Chris Jansen. Chris is live in Rome for the countdown to the conclave. Bye-bye.